You don't need another motivational speech. You need the truth, and not the comforting kind. You see, most of your pain, you created it, not because you're weak, but because you've been living asleep, trapped in routines, chasing validation, avoiding responsibility, and no one told you this brutal truth. No one is coming to save you, and that's exactly why you're free. This isn't a pep talk, it's a wake-up call from the ancient Stoics who mastered the art of calm in chaos, of control in powerlessness, of peace in the middle of storms. Because comfort is killing you, distraction is draining you, and silence is slowly suffocating your potential. So today, I won't tell you what you want to hear. I'll tell you what you need. You don't rise by blaming. You rise by owning every inch of your life, even the broken parts. This is the moment where most people click away. But you're still here. That means something. So if you're ready, let's face the truths that most men run from, because on the other side of that pain, there's power. Chapter 1. No one is coming to save you, and that's the best thing. There's a silent hope that most people carry, that someone will show up, someone who will fix things, someone who will understand us, someone who will pull us out of the chaos we're in. But here's the brutal truth. No one is coming. Not your parents, not your partner, not your boss, not even your closest friends. No one is coming to carry the weight for you. No one is coming to fix the mess you're in. No one is coming to save you from your own choices. And for a long time, that truth hurts. It feels like abandonment. It feels like betrayal. It feels lonely. But stay with that feeling a little longer, and you'll see it for what it really is, a gift. Because once you stop waiting to be saved, you start saving yourself. You stop looking outward for answers. You begin looking inward for strength. You realize that everything you've been begging the world to give you was already inside you, waiting to be claimed. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. There's no cavalry, there's only you, and that's not a curse, that's freedom. Because the moment you take full responsibility, the moment you stop blaming your past, your parents, your ex, the system, that's the moment you become powerful. Most people don't want that power because it means there's no one left to blame. But if you do, if you accept that it's all on you, then no one can stop you anymore. You don't need saving. You just need to wake up." 2. People don't care what you think, only what you do. You spend so much energy wondering what people think of you. Did I say the right thing? Do they respect me? Will they like me more if I try harder? But here's the Stoic truth you need to hear. They don't care about your intentions. They care about your actions. You could have the best ideas, the purest heart, the kindest plans. But none of that matters if you never do anything. Because people don't follow thoughts, they follow movement. They don't remember what you meant to do. They remember what you actually did. Seneca once said, "It is not what we say, but what we do that defines us." We live in a world obsessed with signaling, posting, performing, pretending. People spend more time curating an image than building a life. But Stoics don't care about image. They care about virtue. They care about action. They care about whether your feet match your words. Think about it. You respect the one who shows up when it's hard, not the one who talks about showing up. You admire the person who moves, not the one who promises. So if you're stuck, if you feel invisible, if you're frustrated that people overlook you, stop asking them to see your value. Start proving it through what you do. Build, create, train, serve. Let your results speak. Let your silence speak. Let your self-discipline do the talking. Because once your actions align with your words, people will stop ignoring you. They'll start following you. And most importantly, you'll start respecting yourself. You don't lack time. You lack discipline. Let's be honest. You say you don't have time. You say life is too busy, too overwhelming, too fast. But that's not the truth, is it? The truth is, you do have time. You're just not using it the way you say you want to. You scroll for hours. You binge shows you've already watched. You keep people around who drain you. You say yes to distractions, and maybe later to your own potential. And then you tell yourself, if I had more time, I'd be different. But here's the brutal Stoic truth. It's not about time. It's about priorities. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still made time to write, to reflect, to lead with virtue. You're not busier than a Roman emperor. You're just less disciplined. And that's okay. But only if you admit it. Only if you stop lying to yourself. Because until you take ownership of your time, you'll always feel like it's slipping away. Discipline is not punishment. It's not restriction. It's not suffering. It's freedom. It's clarity. It's power. When you're disciplined, you don't wake up anxious. You don't chase validation. You don't need to prove anything. You just live with intention. You act, and the world responds. Don't waste time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. So stop counting hours. Start controlling moments. Wake up early. Turn off what distracts. Say no more often. And when it gets hard, show up anyway. Because you don't need more time. You just need to stop wasting the time you already have. That's how you take your life back. Not with excuses, but with discipline. 4. You don't need another relationship. You need to understand yourself. You feel lonely. You feel empty. You think love will fix it. So you look for someone, anyone, to text, to distract, to make the silence feel less heavy. But here's a brutal truth that most won't say out loud. You don't miss a person. You miss the idea of being filled by someone else. You want a partner to make you feel whole, to validate your worth, to give you a reason to feel wanted. But what if I told you that's not love, that's dependency? Stoicism teaches us to master ourselves first, before trying to connect deeply with another. Because if you don't know who you are, what you value, what your principles are, then love becomes noise, a distraction, an escape. You'll chase butterflies, but you'll never build roots. You'll keep falling in love and out of it because you were never really there, just a shadow, looking for reflection in someone else. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, Marcus Aurelius. So instead of rushing into another relationship, pause, learn to enjoy your own presence, to sit with your thoughts, to heal what's broken without demanding someone else to fix it. Read, reflect, Walk in silence. Write down who you are, not who the world told you to be. Because the moment you no longer need someone is the moment you're finally ready for someone. True connection doesn't come from desperation. It comes from clarity, and the only way to get there is to understand yourself first. 5. Stop blaming the past. It doesn't exist anymore. We all carry stories of pain, of betrayal, of mistakes we wish we could erase. And when life doesn't go how we want, we turn to those stories. It's because of what they did to me. It's because of how I was raised. It's because I failed once and I never recovered. But here's the brutal truth. The past doesn't exist anymore. It's not a place, not a person, not a prison. It's just memory, a ghost kept alive by your permission. You replay it in your mind, as if doing so could change what happened, but it doesn't. It only changes you, and not for the better. It weakens your present. It clouds your choices. It sabotages your future. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He didn't say what used to stand in the way. He spoke of the present, because that's all that's real. Your past can't hurt you anymore unless you let it, unless you keep handing it power, unless you keep using it as an excuse. You don't need to forget what happened. You just need to stop carrying it like it still belongs to you. Forgive if you can, release if you must, but move forward, because life doesn't wait for the wounded to feel ready. The past already took enough from you. Don't let it take the rest of your life. The Stoic path is simple. Face forward. Live deliberately. React with reason, never with regret. Because the next chapter doesn't write itself. You write it. And the pen is in your hands, not your past's. 6. No one owes you anything, not even life itself. You think you deserve better treatment, more love, more chances, a break, finally. You think, after all I've done, they should have stayed, or life should be easier by now. But let's strip it down to the truth. No one owes you anything, not your friends, not your family, not your partner, not the universe. Life doesn't operate on fairness. It doesn't keep a scoreboard of your suffering. It doesn't hand out blessings because you've been good. And if you expect that, you're setting yourself up for constant disappointment. Marcus Aurelius lived through war, betrayal, disease, and death. He lost children, he buried people he loved, and yet he never wrote, "Why me?" He only asked, "How can I respond with virtue even now?" The Stoics didn't expect kindness from the world. They brought it themselves. They didn't demand justice. They became just. They didn't wait for life to be easier. They became stronger. Because when you walk through life thinking people should act a certain way, you give them control over your peace. When they fail you, and they will, you'll feel robbed, entitled, bitter. But when you expect nothing, you free yourself. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. No one has to say thank you. No one has to apologize. No one has to recognize your effort. And yet, you still show up, still do the right thing, still live with discipline, strength, and grace. That's Stoic. That's freedom. Because the man who expects nothing can never be broken.
7. Take responsibility. That's where true power begins.
There's a shift that happens, a moment in every man's life, when he stops pointing outward and starts looking inward. No more blaming the economy. No more blaming your upbringing. No more blaming her for walking away. No more blaming the world for not clapping when you tried. Just silence. And then a decision. This is on me now. That moment, when you take full responsibility for your life, is the moment you start becoming powerful. Not because you have control over everything, you never will, but because you finally take control of the one thing that matters, yourself, your mind, your reactions, your attitude, your discipline, your path. When things go wrong, you ask, what now? Not, why me? When people let you down, you grow stronger. You don't collapse. You don't beg. You adapt. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Most people want freedom, but they run from responsibility. Because freedom is heavy. It means the excuses stop. It means the comfort ends. It means the mirror gets very honest. But it also means this. No one gets to decide your worth. No one gets to write your story. No one gets to cage you with the past or shame you with your scars. Because you've taken the wheel. And from here on out, you don't wait. You build. You take the pain. You take the chaos. You take the silence. You turn it all into something unshakable. That's Stoicism. Not just knowing the truth, but owning it. Both. Now you know. No one's coming. No one owes you anything. No one can fix the pain, the silence, the storm inside you. But that's not a curse. That's your freedom. Because once you stop waiting, you start rising. Once you stop blaming, you start building. And once you take full responsibility, you become unbreakable. The world won't always understand you. It won't always reward you. But that's never why we walk this path. We do it because it's right, because it's disciplined, because it's real. Fire tests gold. Adversity tests men. Seneca. If this message shook something inside you, if this brutal truth made you pause and finally face yourself, then don't let that feeling fade. Hit subscribe, not for me, but for you. So each week you're reminded of who you really are and who you were meant to become. You don't need another voice telling you what to do. You need one that reminds you. You already know. Stay grounded, stay strong, stay stoic.